Hi everyone, I'm so excited to be here with you today. I have done a new video setup, so I'm interested to see what you guys think. I'm trying out a different forward camera and I've got my other camera. I'm leaving it right here because I want to show you some amazing stuff. But today we are going to be talking about the Simon Says Create event, okay? This is an event in Ohio every year so far. Hopefully it's going to be every year. And it has options to go do lots of make and takes. So I want to show you the different things we made with all the different companies. We also get, if you take classes, you get some release stuff that hasn't been given to the public. And I asked Gina K and Jennifer if they were okay if I go ahead and share what that is. It'll be coming out next month. And they said that was perfectly fine. So I'm going to share that with you today. The other thing that I was going to do is take a vote on what kind of giveaway. So I'm going to be showing you lots of products and I'm going to be telling you what I'm going to be giving away in my newsletter soon. So we'll kind of vote on that, and then out in my newsletter I'm going to give away one of those products. So lots of fun stuff here today. Is everybody hearing me okay? Let me make sure I've got my comments pulled up. Okay, hi everyone. And if you were at Simon Says Create, make sure you pop it in the comments so that I can see and say hi. Do you feel like you can hear me okay? Is everybody good on sound? Just let me know in the comments. I'm going to switch to show you the fun products. Okay, so here is what we started with. This is a bag from Simon Says Stamp. I'm going to go ahead and of course, if y'all haven't done it yet, hit the like, hit the subscribe, do all that fun stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and kind of point out what this is. Let me move this over just a little bit so I make sure that I'm not too far in the way. Okay, so today, hi Marilyn. So this is my little badge. This is a lottery ticket, which I'll show you, or a raffle ticket. I'll show you what I won. And hi from Las Vegas, so good to see you. This bag, so the people that bought the classes, so the class with Gina K, the class with Jennifer McGuire, the Simon Says Stamp class, they got this huge bag, okay? This is a possible giveaway item. We'll see. It is huge. Look at that. I don't know if you can tell. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to step back from the camera and show you how big this is, okay? So I also want to show you my, my new Nikki Hearts card shirt. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to switch back to the overhead and let's start looking at products. Okay, so let me get this huge bag out of the way. Tell me if anybody doesn't understand what Simon Says Stamp is, or you have any questions, anything like that, okay? I'm going to be throwing stuff. Sorry about that. And let's start with make and takes, okay? Make and takes, they call them cities, or CITI, create it, take it, okay? Those are where you can go around. I do not know how many there were there, but I only got to do a few because I was doing so much filming and taking classes. So what I made, I want to show you. So the first place I went, of course, was the Gina K table, okay? So I went to Gina K and got to play with her new foil machine, okay? The fuse. We made this card. Let's see if you can see that amazing glitter. It was so easy. So easy. So basically she had us just dust off the pieces of foil, dust off the paper, and then we just ran it through with the foil, and no little spare parts, nothing. Looks amazing, okay? So this is one. So when you go to make and takes, you get to make a ton of different cards. You can make, I bet there were 30. I don't know for sure, but there were a whole lot of tables. So at this table, Jennifer McGuire and Gina K are working together on a new product that I'm going to show you. So seeing them was really cool. I'm going to pop that in. Got to meet them. How cool is that? All right. So now let's look at our next one. The next one is from Tim Holtz. This one, I haven't made anything like this before. This is a clipboard, which I thought about. I met Tim Holtz there. I thought about having him sign the back. How cool would that have been? I should have just done it. I should have done it. But we were there with some of the amazing people, put all of this nice like paper on here. We just decorated this whole clipboard. And it was also my first time using the distress crayons. I didn't know you could get this kind of effect. Sorry, I'm trying to move my little bow for you. I didn't know you could get this kind of effect from it, and it is really cool that it like hardens on there and doesn't get on your hands or anything. And then we used a little distress crayons on her cheeks, and that was really it. This is a piece of like transparency. I just love the idea of getting to like throw things on there. So good. Thank you, Jeanette, for letting me know on sound. I appreciate that. Sometimes that's a bit of a struggle. Okay, so I was amazed. Look, so this has got like 2 levels of pop dots. This one has 1 level of pop dots, and of course it's got dimension to it. So we stained the ruler with distress ink, which if you guys are Tim fans, you probably know all this. I am a fan, but I just don't do a whole lot of vintage type stuff. So I really loved it. I love this little mini clip. Oh my goodness, look how cute that is. It's just such a cool like gift, and I don't know, really nifty. So this one was from the Tim Holtz or the Ranger Make and Take. Super fun, had a good time there, and it was really well put together. They instructed so well, really awesome. Okay, so the next Make and Take. I'm trying to figure out where to set these. Okay, we'll do spellbinders. So for spellbinders, they have one thing about the Make and Takes is that most of the companies had something different each day. So a lot of times you got to make a different project if you went back to that place and made it. So this is day 1, I believe, of Spellbinders, which was die cutting. Day 2 was better press, but I was, like I said, filming and in class and did not get a chance to do that one. But this, I just love the blue. I love that. We put lots of embellishments on and just really played with the Platinum 6. So I got to see the new Platinum 6. I've got an older version, but the new one is really nice. Okay, so our next Make and Take, this is just one of the days from Altenew, and it's just a stencil pattern. We played with some enamel dots, just kind of playing, having fun. But I mean, it's a whole card front, so you know, it's really awesome. And hi from Canada, how are you doing? Okay, so just really cool. Next, I did not get all of this one together, but I'm going to show you all these pieces because it's just so cool that they gave me this envelope. They gave me all the pieces because we were running out of time. This is from Paper Tray Ink, who I did a guest spot for recently, and they actually made one of my cards there. So look at my reels on Instagram, and you'll see the one that they did of mine. So they've got this beautiful die cut that I'm still kind of working on. We did a little bit of ink blending, and then we have all of these beautiful flowers that I'm going to put around it. So this one I've got to finish. We probably won't finish this one in the live today, but we are going to finish some other cards just so y'all can give me your opinion, and also so you can kind of see the process. But I mean, we had some pretty elaborate Make and Takes, and Paper Tray Ink had multiple items to do too. So each day you could do something different, which was really cool. Alrighty, so what do you want to get into first? Let's get into the Simon Says Stamp class, okay? This is a class that you paid for. I'm going to show you some of the products, okay? Some of these are out, some of them are not. This one is called Pretty Petals. See, it's a layering stamp. Let me show you the card that we made with that. Means I have to kind of go through my cards. Okay, so we made a card in class, just kind of a layered stamp. You can do 2 different, see how they layer them for you, A1, A2, A3, A4, so you can do all these. We did this smaller B one. Hi from Hawaii and Colorado Springs, nice. And everybody, I think I see somebody from New York as well. Hey. Okay, so we're trying to decide. This is going to be vote number 1. This will be the stamp set that I am going to give away. And I want you to, at the end, tell me which of the 3 items you want me to give away on my newsletter next, okay? I'm getting very close to 12K, and I'm planning to do some serious giveaways. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe and like button here. Okay. All right. So next, let's do this. So Nina Marie taught us how to do this, which is a beautiful card. Look at all of that stenciling. I don't know if this stencil is out yet. I think that it is. It is Scattered Stars. Okay. Hi from Minnesota. So glad to see you. So it is a layer. So what we did is we did a darker layer, and then we went in and ink blended the colors here. Then we kept those same colors and did our layers of a cake. So I don't have the die to the cake because they had those pre-cut for us. But I've got this stencil. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where to put all this stuff back. Put it over here. Okay, and then, and look at all this. We played a lot with these embellishments. They really do, even if they're not the exact color, they really look good on here. I mean, that green is not the exact as my teal, but it still looks great, okay? So really fun. These are very inexpensive. They're from Rainbow Splash collection, and man, we used them like crazy. Okay, so that's that one. That was the Nina Marie class. So we had a lot of fun. We popped up our birthday cake and used this beautiful, look at that. Nice, okay. All right, next, layered stencil set. I am in love with this one. This was from Callie Pearson. I'm not sure how you say her last name. This is her card that she taught us. Look at all of this. We used the same color. We just created darker. So nice if you have limited ink colors. And you can go light, medium, dark, and look at how that looks. And then we kind of overlapped our layers. So this stencil has, I think has 4 layers. Yeah, because if you can tell, there's a really light layer right there. Can you see that outside layer right there? Light, so it's 4, which is beautiful. And then just put a big sentiment in gold. Use those rainbow things again, which is awesome. And hi, oh, thanks. I'm glad you liked the cake card. That was so much color. This one's so much color too. I do love some rainbows. So this one is called Tiled Art, and it's 4 stencils. I guess I could have looked for the 4 on the back, but you know how that goes. Okay, so last but not least, we got another card. Well, let's show you this. So this is brand new to Simon Says Stamp. Whether it's on the website or not, I'm not sure. But it was designed specifically for the Create event. It's got some great sentiments, and they're going to be coming out with all of the dies for this also. But they just gave us that for coming to class, which was really cool. I'm pretty sure Sherry Carroll came up with this. Maybe it'll say on the back. But it's just a Create stamp. Really fun. I really love some of these. The possibility of your dreams, kindness, create time for you. I mean, it's just really got some great things that don't have to be perfect for just a create card. You can create all kinds of things. So it's a really different one that I haven't gotten before. So I really like those sentiments and cannot wait to use those. That's just amazing. Look, create your own sunshine. How cute would that be? With like a sunshine stencil. Very good. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside. Last, I don't have the products for this one, but this is one that we'll complete at the end. This is, let's see which way it goes here. This is an embossing folder that we did. Distress pencils. My first time ever using distress pencils. Very cool, very easy. We used distress pencils with a watercolor brush. This isn't watercolor paper, but it's still blended really nicely. And this is the deboss side, so down into the paper. That's how we got the black. So we watercolored all of this. Then we took a black ink pad over the top to get that. I'm sure you've seen that kind of project before, but look, it looks like you've created this on black paper, which is really cool. And hi for Kentucky. And yes, Sandy, those are good for journaling. I'm not much of a journaler, so I I don't know all the things, but I think that this and distress crayons are something that I had never tried before, and I am so impressed. So they also sent us with sentiments, so I may have you guys pick which sentiment you want and put it out on the front. A couple of other things that I was going to tell you is that if you are just joining, that we're going to be picking what we give for a giveaway, okay? And I'm going to do that giveaway on my newsletter because it's hard to get in contact with you on YouTube. But I'm going to do a giveaway on my newsletter when I hit 12K, which is only like, I think 60 people, okay? So when that happens in the next few weeks, hopefully, I will make sure that we give away these products, okay? So here's this. Okay, I'm going to put that apart. I'm going to put that aside where if we get to finish it, we will. Sorry, and I love that they gave us envelopes. I mean, you know, just some fun, colorful envelopes. That never hurts. Okay, let's look at the new Gina K stuff, okay? I'm going to start with the card. I'm going to put a card right here while I grab the stuff, okay? This is the card. Do you have any idea how I did it? Anybody got any ideas? Think about it for a minute and see if you think, is it a stencil? Is it something different? Is it something brand new? Yeah. Okay, so the amount of stuff that Gina K generously provided for this class is out of control. Okay, so we made 2 cards. This one is with her. We made 2 with Jennifer McGuire. This is a bigger 5x7 card. Okay. And we got 2 others we're going to finish on the video. But first, I want you to see all the stuff that we got and the brand new thing that they're coming out with. So Gina K and Jennifer McGuire have collaborated to create something new. So let's start looking at all the products in here. Ooh, I found another one. There's another make and take. We'll show that in a minute. Okay, sometimes I'm just going to find random stuff. They included glue. They included a glue bottle, some pickups, which I love these things, a tape runner, they've got new towels now, new Gina K towels. So awesome. Okay, and I see somebody who's getting close to the answer, the Gina K wreath builder. It's similar, but it's brand new. Okay. All right, so yes, it's like a stamping wreath tool. This template fits the tool. Okay, so they're going to make these laminated so that you can use them. It just makes lining it up so much easier. Okay, let's go to the tool. It's called a stencil builder. Okay, stencil builder looks a lot like a wreath builder, but I'm going to kind of briefly show you how cool look. And so they've got different shapes that go in them. So you're not putting different stencils. You're putting this in as your stencil. Okay, so you've got a template. And I'm going to briefly show you the others because there's a couple others out there. There's one like this. This is all coming out in June. There's this one. We'll show how that was used later. There's one that looks like a leaf or a petal, whatever you want to call it. There's one right here. This one is more for your Misty. This is not the stencil, it's the wreath builder, but they've made an adjustment so it fits perfectly in a Misty, which brilliant. You know, they always just come up with such great ideas. And then they created this one. Okay, so let's look. So this right here is from, let's find it, from this one. Okay, see how there's a big petal and a small petal? So you're able to put this down on a sticky mat and go around creating those petals. There's so many things out there that would look really cool doing this, but also just all the color combinations and ways you can use it. I know that when Gina and Jennifer McGuire do their live, it's going to be awesome. They're gonna, you know, they come up with such creative ideas, and I cannot wait to play with it more, but here's how I've done it so far, okay? Just gone around the circle. I did the large one, and then I did the small one, and combining colors to create this rainbow flower. Okay, so let me open one of these up and just kind of show you. I don't have a sticky mat on my desk, but I'm going to just show you generally how the template works, okay? All right, so it comes with 2 templates. I'm going to try not to lose all this. So it comes with 2, in case you rip one, I guess, or just because they're very nice and gave us some extras. So you only need one of these. Let's put this in here. Scoot this over and see how it comes with 2. You only need 1, and then you're going to line it up on your sticky mat. And depending on what size card you're doing, you could go up to like a 6x6 here, or you could do half of something very easily. So you put this on your template, you've got everything stuck down, okay? And then depending on which one you want to start with, let's say we're starting with our big, you just slide this in, do your ink blending, and move to the next one. Do your ink blending, move to the next one. So, assuming I had a sticky mat, this would be a lot easier, but I'm just showing you how it turns into all these levels so that you've got 8 positions, okay? Now, that in itself is amazing, but let me show you what else she came out with that just pairs with it perfectly, and I'll show that Jennifer McGuire card again so that you can see how that goes, okay? Because it looks amazing. You can do masking, you can do all kinds of stuff. So let's look at this, okay? So this is that same petal with some masking to change the shape. We also used, I'm looking for it, sorry. Used this big ray, which looks so nice with it. See that? Looks amazing. And then you could use something like this, but instead she gave us a whole stamp set that has all these things that are made to go with it. So you see that we used this one, you can tell because it's a little bit orange. And so this is where I stamped with that same color, and I used the wreath builder to go around and stamp. And so I used that half thing that goes in my Misty, and I put it in here and was able to go around and use that. Okay, so you could use any wreath builder for that, but you're stamping with these here. She does give you a stencil option, which is really cool. The name of this stamp set, which I don't know if this has already come out yet or not, is Everything Brighter. Okay, so here it is. Shows some of the different things I love. So you make everything brighter is one of the sentiments right here. You are a delight, like on this one. She has the best fonts. I love Gina K fonts, besides the fact that she's just so nice. I love her. Okay, so that's those 2. Now let's see what else we got in here, because we're going to do some other ones. I'm trying to keep things together, but I have so much product to show you. Here is all the stuff that she gave us. Look at all these inks. We have a whole thing of Gina K inks, a whole thing of brushes, and we got to keep it. That is amazing. So amazing. Okay. You can tell I get a little bit excited. Okay, so we got all those. I am going to keep those brushes and inks unless they are overlaps. If they're overlaps, they're going into my de-stash box, and they will be able to be up for grabs on some of my next giveaways. So when I do giveaways, I do lots of de-stash boxes because I do work for companies, and I do things for them. Oh, wait, I forgot to show you just a couple things here. So I have some extra product that I try to give away. So just make sure you're on my newsletter list, and that way you can do. So these, I believe, are new too. So this thank you die, which I'll show you. We're going to finish that on another card. We got this sun right here. Very interesting. That's kind of like, you could put that in the middle of your petal. It would look really cool. Look at that. That would look really cool in the middle of the petal. Let's see if I missed anything. Oh, and Hello Sunshine. Really love these 2 fonts together, and she made the die so that you can cut just the hello out and use that separately, which is really cool. Okay, so lots of new things coming from Gina K. Get excited. If you're going shopping with her whenever this comes out, consider coming back to my description and using my link. That really helps me out a lot, and it lets people know that people kind of what they like. Okay, so this bag is swag, is what I call it. It is from multiple companies. And this is a bag that you get just because you took the class. I mean, how cool is that? So we're gonna definitely have some options for giveaways here. Y'all are gonna have to help me remind me what I said would be giveaways. I'm sure it'll all end up being giveaways, but I just wanna know which one's the most exciting to you, okay? So we've got that Simon Says stamp one. Now let's pull things out of this bag here. I think you can see this one first. Okay, we got a margarita stamp. Let's talk about how awesome you are. Some tacos. I mean, who doesn't love some Mexican food? That's amazing. I'm gonna get some of these little things. This one is one that I am super excited about. It's a Lindy's Magical Shaker, and I have not gotten to use this powder yet, so I cannot wait to play with that and just check and see how that works. I'm gonna start putting these. Let me see where I can put these products so they're out of the way because I don't have them in my bag. Also, this is a ink blender from Altenew. If y'all haven't seen me using these are some of my new favorite ink blenders, and I was so excited to get another one because I love having one for every color. But I mean, just this ink blender I think is like $7. I mean, how awesome is that? So this is a great ink blender. If you haven't tried this one, I highly recommend. It's very easy to hold, and it really puts a lot of color down, which has been great for me, okay? All right, let's see. I see some more Simon Says stamp stuff. Okay, that's a love die. That looks cool, and it's got an outline too, so you could easily make that a shaker card. How cool that'd be. Somebody just said shaker. It's great that they offer shakers now, yes. And who doesn't need a snowflake? I mean, I use snowflake die all the time. Okay, let's look at Newton's Nook. This is a cute little birthday sentiment set called Newton's Kite. So if you love those, that is an option. It's one of those fun things. Okay, this one is from All and Create. I'm not sure if I know who that is. All and Create? Cute little guy about travel. Oh, that'd be so cute. It's a little pilot. That'd be really cute to like give to your pilot from the kid or something like that. That would be super cute. Okay, we've got Purple Onion Designs. You've got a cute little penguin here with a thank you. Just a quick little easy one. Oh my goodness. Do you know how much a die plate is? These things are like $20. And guys, this is the first time I'm seeing these, so I'm just kind of checking it out. Yeah, do we have some other Lindy's powder lovers out there? I would love to hear your thoughts on your like favorite way to use those, because I am definitely wanting to play with that. I've of course only got that one color, but I definitely want to play with it. But this cuts, it looks like chevrons and just stripes, and it's got a lot of options, so that's really cool. Let's see, from Sweet November Stamps, some beautiful mermaids and fish. Oh my goodness, this is from Pink Fresh. I love that Pink Fresh puts a magnet in their packaging. How cool is that? So nice. So I know that I don't have to like add a magnet to this, and it's a huge happy birthday. Okay, we'll see what else is in here, and then we'll work on finishing some cards. We'll talk about that giveaway a little bit more, show you what I won in the raffle. Tell me what kind of questions you have about Simon Says Create. This is my second year there, so I will try to answer what I can. Okay, this is from Wow Embossing Powder. Did you know they also do foil? And it looks like they've given us tons of flowers that we can foil, which would be really cool to color them in. That's just ready-made cards. So nice. Awesome. Okay. We got who doesn't need some gold pearls? This calls for confetti. A foil and cut die set for some flowers. Ooh, this one. I think this is a repeat for me, this embossing folder. So I'm going to put this in the giveaway pile, most likely. It is called Dibble Tile. So I'll double check that. If that's a repeat for me, I'm definitely putting it in the giveaway, okay? Oh, stencil with the Lindy's powder. Is that what you like to do with them? We got a cool gel pen from Karen. We got this penny black cling stamp. We got a picket fence scene that's going to be great for the holidays. That'll be beautiful colored. We got more 3D embossing folders. Look at that. It's wooden. That is cool. Okay. And, oh my goodness, it's alphabet dies. Oh gosh, guys. Those are so expensive and so amazing. And then we got this cute little bird and robin's egg. What's this called? Bird and egg. There you go. Bird and egg. How cute. Okay. Yeah, it is hard to get tickets, Angie. You got to be on it to get tickets to Simon Says Create for sure. I'm going to show you this other one we did for Ranger, which, you know, I'm sure there'll be a year that I don't get to go because I didn't get tickets, but it definitely is, sorry, one of those things. This is a make and take from Ranger, and we played with alcohol ink. I have got to get my alcohol ink out again. It's so much fun. And that I have this little mini stapler and I never use it. I'm going to start using that on projects. It looks so cute that way. Person that taught us this, I don't remember her name, but she was adorable. So nice. Okay. So now we've got a couple of cards from Gina K and Jennifer McGuire that I want to finish with you, but I also want to ask some questions and answer some questions and show you some stuff. Okay, so here is one of the cards we made with Jennifer, and I'm going to get your opinion on it. So look at what it does. Boom, boom. So fun. Now this is using that same stencil builder. Okay, so you see you can use it all different ways and cut out those pieces and just make amazing things. Yeah, Melissa, I love that silhouette look too. I've got to do this more often. I mean, it's just a black piece right there, but it just highlights your background so well. I cannot wait to do that. Are any of y'all big alcohol ink people? I get it out every now and then and just make a ton of stuff, but I really haven't played with it in a while. I've been really doing embossing folders and stencils and that kind of thing. So here's what we need on this one. I have this cut out, so this is the thank you, and I have some sticky on this side to put here so we can open it. Our next thought is, what do we put on the inside? Think I should stencil the inside so that when it opens up there's another color? Very cool. Okay, so I'm gonna undo these little stickies and get this thing on here because I've been meaning to do this. Uh-oh, and I apparently need to put a little bit more glue on that. What's your favorite glue right now? Anybody got a favorite? Yeah, I love the colors on that card too. Tell me, were y'all there? Did I see, were any of y'all at Simon Says Stamp so I could say hi? Or did you see me there? Okay, I'm gonna put this little U back on. And this thank you, you've got options here. You could do, let me put it over a little bit further. You can do, I couldn't decide what to do. You can do the cursive behind or in front. I think I like it behind better, but I'm not sure. Here's the way it's done on the hello. This one I did 2 different colors and I really like that. That one I put the cursive over the letters. So either way, they both look amazing because of course these sentiments are just amazing. But it's really interesting that you can get some different looks based on how you even layer it on this piece. Okay, so I'm gonna get this little stuff off and put this on the card. And then let's go through and I'm going to grab things that I think would work well as giveaways. And let's figure out which ones y'all are most excited about. Go on and just tell me what your favorite thing you've seen so far is. Is there anything that's your favorite? And if you're watching a replay, guys, when y'all watch the replay, make sure you just pop in the comments and tell me. No big deal. I would love to. I love reading comments. I love it when y'all comment on my videos. Okay, so I use a T-ruler for almost everything, and I love that I have this grid here so that I can also kind of line up. Gina K's Connect group, yes. Okay, you're refilling that. You tell us how. Hey, Betty said she's refilling the Gina K Connect glue right now, and I would love to hear some tips on that. She gave us the little bottle, and then it usually comes in these, but it is really nice to use this fine tip. So a lot of people will empty this bottle into here, and it really just makes it a little bit easier to use. But getting all of this glue in there, I know people have lots of tips and tricks, so I would love to hear what those are. I don't like to waste any glue. I don't want to waste any. I want it all to go in there. Okay, so here is how this is looking. So you can pull it. So I just adhered this part with some adhesive, and then I've got to decide what I'm going to do in here. Oh, Nancy said that the Simon Says Stamp pouch is your favorite. Oh, okay, well, I'm definitely going to add that to a giveaway then, because I have several of their pouches. I love using them. I even took one with me to create to kind of hold all my cards, but I have plenty of those. So I'll make sure I put that either in a stash box or in some type of giveaway, okay? All right, so there's that one. Let's finish this other one. So this one, we did kind of the same thing. Let's find which one we used here. I think this one we did a wreath builder. Let's see if I can locate that. I think it was from here. Yeah, okay. So we did the wreath builder on this one. And I used this little flower right here. And I used the little flowers here. You can see I messed up right there. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this right here. Easy way to fix cards. Never hurts to mess up. Nobody is going to know. How awesome is that? Okay. So we're going to play with that really quick and get this card layered up while y'all tell me if you've got more questions or what else you want to do. I'm going to have this as a top folding card. I love top folding cards. So let me get the black and white lined up first. I'm actually going to leave it on this so that I can see that black better. So the only thing about a black mat is sometimes when you're lining up black paper, you need to make sure that you've got everything correct. So we'll do the best we can. How about that? Okay, Kim says she is most excited about embossing folders. If you know me, you know that I am obsessed with embossing folders. I keep finding new ways to use them. I actually have a video coming out next Friday that is like a no color video, and it has a really cool technique that I had never tried on an embossing folder that y'all have got to see. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna have to move my head over here and try to line this up. It's a nice thing about glue. Okay, that's as close as it's gonna get. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the card too. Are there any other cards that y'all want to see again while I'm doing this one that you want me to pop up there? Because I can set them out beside me. Oh, I said I was doing top folding, so let's go this way. And I'm making sure I keep that little spot that I messed up on, making sure I keep that to this side because that's where I want my sentiment to go, okay? And then we may put some little fun stuff on here too. So let's put on some fun like embellishments. I've also been into embellishments lately. My latest video is like ways to use up your embellishments. I do not want to keep hoarding embellishments. So I came up with some ways to do that. All right, Melissa, did you have to wait in long lines for the make and takes? I heard they were long, but the videos I've seen made it look otherwise. Okay, so what they did, and I kind of hope that they will do this again, is they did most of the make and takes you had to wait in line, okay? Now, you could time that and try to get there, but most of the time you're waiting, probably 20 minutes for some people to finish. Other times longer if it's something really exciting. But it is standing in line to do a lot of those. Now, if you get there early or you stay later till the end when everybody's exhausted, then a lot of times you can get in those a little bit faster. The other way to get to those quicker is that when you get a ticket for a class, you get to go the night before and make some. So I made a few then. I just did too much talking to make a whole lot of them. And then you've got some more options. So I'm going to put some embellishments on this. I love this Hello Sunshine. And like I said, that die cuts out this part. So it cuts out, let me show you what it looks like. It cuts out hello and it cuts out sunshine. So you really could use it for so many things. So it's got 3 different parts here. Try to show you. Sorry, trying not to tear up everything here. So ours were already pre-cut in the class, which was nice. Here's how it works. You have the word sunshine, you have the word hello, and then you have the thing that you can put the whole part on, which is nice. So not only are you getting really a sentiment, you're getting multiple sentiments, you know? How cool is that? Awesome. Okay, so make sure you've hit the like button, everybody, so that people find this on the replay. I really would appreciate that. And if you haven't done it, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Like I said, this giveaway is going to happen when I hit 12K, and I think I'm 60 people away. So if every one of you watching right now was to hit it, it would be great. Okay, so this, what kind of embellishments? Let's look here. I think I'm going to do some of these because I've got them sitting right here. You think I should go yellow? Or you think I should go pink? What do you think? I love that they have these acetate sheets so that you can kind of look at them. Yeah, this dye, Orly, I hope that I said that right. Yeah, this dye it's a high quality, awesome dye. I think it's really got a lot of use. And somebody said, poor Tom, he had to cut all of these things. Yes, Tom was working hard. He is such a good supportive husband. We're glad, Gina K, that you have him out there and that he's helping. Rena K and her boyfriend came as well, so we got to see them. I showed her my nails because I've got rainbow nails for Create, because you know everything it creates about rainbows, it seems like. All right. Oh, you love the fab foil from Wow. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. All right. So I see in the comments, I believe that was, who was it? Deborah, who said put pink and green. Okay, let's look at pink. Let's see if we got. Where do you think I should put the green? Let's see if I can get these. I'm gonna do pink in the centers, maybe. Or you think I should go green in the center? Which one do you think? I'm gonna go pink. And do green along these. Let's start with pink. Yeah, I'm gonna start with pink. Now these do have adhesive to them. The way they said to try it was to try to get these, so when you have adhesive on your little things, to use the little sticky tool like this and pick them up. So it's like a little glue dot on the back, and it's a little easier to deal with. So I usually put it about where it's gonna go and use my fingernail. And then if you need to move it a little bit, you can. See how I can move that? Thank you. Thank you for loving my fingernails. You know, if y'all watch my videos much, I love having my nails done fun ways. I have a little nice lady who loves being artsy, and so she and I get along great with the nails. Okay, Cheryl Torres says, I have a Big Shot and I'm new to it. When I first used it, I wasn't sure which way to lay the metal pieces, and I marked up the clear plastic. Yes, mine looks crazy. I don't have a Big Shot, but I do have a Gemini and I have a Platinum, and I always mess my plates up. Always, but it still cuts just fine. No big deal. It's a little annoying because you were like, I really wanted that plate to stay completely clear so that I could see. But no big deal. And as far as like replacement things, you're eventually going to have to replace your plates anyway. I would say, oh, you won't do it again. But if you're like me, you will. And every plate that I have has at least one thing cut into it. So I don't have any clear plates left, but that's all right. So this tool that I'm using right here is actually from Simon Says Stamp. And it has a little wax tip on the end. And then it also has a pointy side. The reason that I'm using it for this, so most of the time I would use my tweezers. Let me try not to move the camera here. A lot of times I use my tweezers for this, but I can't remember who told us in the class, maybe Nina Marie or somebody said, you've got to try using like the sticky tool for these kinds of adhesive because it really does pick it up off of this easier than anything else that I've used. And yeah, and I definitely flip my plates over each time I use them so I don't have so much warping, but I do get cut marks in them. Y'all would probably be like, what in the world? She's such a mess if you saw my cut plates. But guess what? They do the job. And in my craft room, they are workhorses. So no worries. No worries, Cheryl. Okay, and Orly, I think I told you what tool, but you see it's got a little bit of, these have like a dot of adhesive on the back. The closest I can call that is glue dots. And so I'm going to try using this tool with some other glue dots because they're kind of hard to get off, and they get stuck to my fingernails and it causes trouble. So, all right, now somebody said we should try like some green, but y'all think we need any more sparkle than these little centers of the flowers? I think they're looking pretty good. It's amazing what just a little bit of embellishment does to a card. You know, stencils make things look absolutely amazing, but adding a little bit of embellishments sometimes just puts it over the top. So get those embellishments out. Don't just store them and keep them because they're pretty. Use them on those cards. And these are pretty, I mean, they're not completely flat, but look at that. That could fit in a regular envelope. So get some small ones. If you use the big pearls, you're going to have to do some extra postage. But this card, we could do some big stuff on because we know it's going to get extra postage anyway. It's a 6x6. See? And then it stands up. I love to stand my cards up like this. See? And nobody knows that I completely messed that flower up. I was so worried about that when I messed it up because, you know, you only get one chance in those classes. And I was like, calm it down, Nikki. Calm it down. There is an easy solution for this. And I was sitting by Charlene Madrid, who's Dreamcraft Create. And I'm like, what if we just put this over here? She's like, perfect. So good to have crafty friends who help you realize that it's all just crafting and it's going to turn out amazing no matter what you do. Okay, let's look at some things that I am planning on giving away soon and see which one y'all want to happen first, okay? And I'll show you. So we talked earlier about, let me find it, this stamp set, okay, that goes with this card. Sorry, I accidentally hit my TV button, so give me just a second. Okay, didn't want my TV to start blaring. And when you have so much stuff on your desk, sometimes that happens. So here's number one. So this will be vote. If you're voting for this one, we're voting number one. Let's see. Let's go ahead and let's do this one. No, this one. How about this one? Okay, next one will be this from Penny Black. This would look amazing over alcohol ink cards. I'm actually sort of regretting I just said I might give this one away because this would be a great, like you could just stamp that in black and put it over your alcohol ink and it would look amazing. But I'm going to give it away because I love you guys. Okay, so like say you did this alcohol ink and then, sorry, my hands are shaking. And then you put this over the top. Okay, so we're going to call that number two. And I'm just showing this because this is the idea that stands out to me for it. Next is going to be, how about, let's see. Let's go with this. Sizzix 3D Texture Fades. This is a 3D embossing folder and it's wood texture. Looks so good on some distressed things. So we'll call that number three, okay? So here, let me set them out here. The other thing I'm going to start doing on my channel that I want y'all to know about, so you make sure you sign up for my newsletter, is I am going to start giving away, like just picking somebody for a card every month, okay? All right, so we got some number twos. I'm going to kind of scroll back through here. Number twos. I see a lot of number twos. Okay, a lot of number twos, a few ones. No takers on the 3D texture fades. So this will be the first thing I give away. And I want to see the cards, guys. I want to see the cards. If you make a card with it, please tag me so that I can see what you did because this is going to look amazing over some really cool backgrounds, okay? I see a number one. I see a couple more. So I think it's kind of like this one and this one are in the running here. So now, when I get these, I have to have your address to send you this. That's why I'm saying please sign up on my newsletter. I do not overwhelm you with emails, but it gives me a way that I can email you and contact you if you're the winner. It also, a lot of times I'll say reply to this email if you're interested in this giveaway, and that's how I keep up with the list of people who are entering. So just know that those are options and that I can do those things. I see another number two, one. I saw somebody go by. Let me just look real quick. Susan said, yes, it was super and love seeing. Yes, Susan, it was very fun. Thank you for stopping by my live. Okay, tell me what else you want to know. I I have one thing that I got given while I look at these numbers. It's definitely 1 and 2 are definitely coming in here. Those two are definitely in a tie. I love this one has a Mother's Day sentiment. I tend to not have a whole lot of Mother's Day sentiments, and I like being able to pull that out of the whole thing. Okay, let's add one more thing to the mix. I have an extra of Scorched Timber. Let's put that as number 3 since we don't have any 3 votes. Anybody else? Anybody a taker? I'd rather have Scorched Timber than the 2 stamp sets. Let's see what we got. Lots of 1s and 2s still. Okay, cool. All right, so when I destash, I do medium-sized boxes and I stuff them. Do I have anybody in the chat who's had one of my destash boxes? I love organizing, and so a lot of times I am decluttering and sending things on to people who can use them, because I mean it doesn't help me to have a whole room that I'm not using, you know? So, ooh, 3. So Melissa, there's a vote for 3. Okay, this right here is a cute little bag. This was a giveaway from Doodlebug with my little raffle ticket. So when you get a raffle ticket, they call out numbers and they do so many. Somebody got a paper cutter, somebody got like a Big Shot, and then it has this adorable paper pack in here. So this from Doodlebug. There's definitely things I'd like to give away to you guys that are 12 by 12, but I am having a hard time finding a way to ship a 12 by 12 product that's not excessively expensive. So if anybody knows if there's some kind of flat rate box or something that works, I would love to send things like that to you, but I'm having a hard time figuring that out. So this one I think, is adorable because it's all about crafty. Look, every day is a good day to craft. Don't we all need that? I wish I could turn that like in a sticker and put it on my water bottle or something. Handmade, maker's gonna make. They're paint nobody like you. That's so cute. And then not only is it a pack of paper, look at all this. We've got some sprinkles. I think we've got a little Doodlebug pop, which, gosh, I love those things. Those things are the best things to make like a quick card. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I have my bag like this right next to me. Mine's purple. So this is like the Tiffany, Totally Tiffany Ditto bag. How many of you guys have that? That would be so cute for one of my crafty friends. Okay, and we got some stickers. We got some ephemera. Okay, so that's what I won in the raffle. Not everybody got that, but I did, and I was very excited. Okay, so I think we've got a lot. I'm going to put all these cards back out so that if you were not here at the beginning, you can kind of see all the make and takes and the cards that we made and everything. I'm just going to like litter my desk with cards so that everybody can see. Okay, this one's one I still got to make, which I can put together in a second. Dazzling Day, which might be hard to see here. We got all these amazing ones. We got Thank You for Everything. Got that beautiful one there. This one. This is the stamp set that we're going to give away. Oh, I still need to finish one of these cards. Got this one. Here, look at this. I mean, you could just go and make cards for the year, basically. Got this big one from, this is a big 5x7. Anybody out there make 5x7 cards? And then this one I still need to stick a sentiment on. What do you think? So they gave us these. Have y'all seen these from Simon Says Stamp? Yeah, they're sentiments that you can cut out. So you can just use your paper cutter, but also it's printed with toner paper so that you could foil this if you wanted to. So I could easily send that through and foil it. That would work. And then it looks great on this. I mean, you could do other things on here, but I think I'm probably just going to make this one a So Grateful. You know, it just, you know, so grateful. You're such a blessing. Maybe put those two on there. I like those. How can I repay your kindness? Ah, you always know what I need. Those are great. That's so easy. And it's just already pre-printed. It's a nice heavyweight cardstock. Like I said, it could run through with toner foil, which might be nice on this card. I did those little pink centers. Let's see if I can get that to show up. Those pink centers on this card too that we just did. All right, somebody said they've already got scorched temper. Every now and then I make a 5x7. Yes, I know 5x7s. I just have gotten used to A2s, and so I tend to kind of stick with A2s. But this one needs a sentiment that we'll put on there. Tell me anything else, questions of things that I needed to show and you wanted to see, anything like that. I am going to pop up just so that you know today on social media. I'm showing a sneak peek of this card. There will be a video on that next week. It's using a lot of embossing folders. Make sure that you are signed up. Instagram, I really need help on Instagram. Instagram, YouTube, just make sure you're following me everywhere because I would love for you to tag me with your projects. I mean, even if you're making something just with these, I just love to see what you're making because now I have a lot of these stamp sets and I love seeing ideas. So make sure you tag me. All right, and let's see what that says. Okay, Lex says, yes, I want to start making some more 5x7 and mini slimline. Mini slimline are so cute. I love those too. Okay, and Orly usually prefers making 5x7. I feel like more international people tend to do 5x7. I think that's a more standard size for our international friends. But A2 is, although it's a smaller card to open up, I just feel like I can get, sometimes I feel like I don't have enough that I'm going to put on here. I don't know. I like to fill my card up a whole lot, and so A2 is nice. Plus, I feel like I can cut my 8.5 by 11 paper into this size pretty easily, and it just gives me a lot of card bases. Okay, Karen Swan says she's never used the Distress Oxides and doesn't know anything about them. Oh, man. Okay, well, there's lots of good videos on that, but basically, these are water reactive. That's why it shows these splatters. So, kind of like their alcohol ink. Let's show you. See how there's splatters in this alcohol ink? Kind of think the same idea, but with an ink. And the ink is pretty opaque, and it's kind of got like a soft matte type finish to it. Very easy to ink blend, so good option. All right, love the pretty petals. Debbie says, I really like the trifold card. Can you post the measurements for the folds? Yes, I would have to figure out what those are, but I can try to measure that, figure it out this week, and post it. I hadn't finished it yet, so I was going to take pictures of what I come up with my final inside. So I'll try to put out those measurements for you too. This is from Jennifer McGuire. You know, she's always the great engineer of cards, and it's just a really fun one to put on display. So I really like that about it. Fun to put display, fun colors. Now I have these Gina K colors and ink blending stuff, so I can make something similar to go on the inside. I'm thinking I'm going to put a black mat around it. I love putting black mats around my cards. I don't know what y'all think about that, but I love it. Okay. So Debbie, make sure you're following me on Instagram because if I do something like that, it's probably going to be there, or I'll put a blog post up. I need to check with Jennifer and make sure she's okay with me doing that. She said I could show all of her products, so I'm assuming that's fine. But I'll double check and just be safe on that. Okay, since that's kind of her card that she created. All right, hi Kelly. Thank you. Okay, any other questions or concerns, or should we head out? What do you think? Sorry I had this kind of like up here in my mix today, but I found out that to get you the best view of my hands, I've got to have this phone close, and moving it back and forth was really causing trouble. So new video next Friday on no coloring cards. Okay, so stay tuned for that. This is kind of a slow YouTube month, so I have put out, I'll have 3 videos total this month instead of 4, but usually I'm a 4-time video person, so just know things are crazy in May. May and December get a little crazy around here. All right, so I thank you all for showing up today. I appreciate that so much. I'm going to sign off. This will go, and you will be able to watch the replay later. And make sure that you go through the links in the description if you're going shopping today. Make sure you sign up for my newsletter if you want to be part of these giveaways. And I will keep in contact with you over the next couple weeks. When I hit 12K, I'm going to be giving away some of these, and I'll mention those, okay? So, okay, what time? Patty says, what time, Nikki? I think she means what time does the video come out on next Friday? So this week live is the only video. The next week, Friday. I believe it'll be around somewhere from 9 a.m. to 11. I'm not sure exactly what time that's coming out, but I think I tend to be around like 11ish most of the times on Fridays. So thank you guys for coming. I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. I'm going to sign off, and I appreciate you being here so much. I try to do a live once a month, so I'll be up here doing lives on other things. We'll make cards, we'll organize, we'll do all kinds of things on live. So make sure you join me another time, and hit the notifications on my channel. Have a great day. Bye.